Making money online sounds exciting, but the internet is not a magical machine that prints cash while you sleep. The real opportunity is much simpler. You can use the internet to connect a useful skill, product, or service with people who are willing to pay for it. And the best part is that you do not need to start with a huge office, expensive equipment, or thousands of dollars in capital. You can start with a laptop, an internet connection, a little free time, and a willingness to learn. But before we talk about specific methods, there is one important idea you need to understand. Online income usually comes from solving problems. If you can help someone save time, make money, learn something, create something, or avoid a problem, you have something that can potentially be sold. The first path is freelancing, and it is one of the simplest ways for a beginner to turn an existing skill into income. Freelancing means providing a service to clients without becoming their permanent employee. Popular freelance skills include graphic design, video editing, writing, programming, translation, social media management, bookkeeping, and virtual assistants. You do not need to master 10 skills to begin. Choose one skill, practice it consistently, and create a small portfolio that proves what you can do. For example, if you want to become a video editor, you can create 3 sample videos even before you have your first client. Those samples give potential customers something concrete to evaluate instead of simply asking them to trust your promises. Once your portfolio is ready, you can search for clients through freelance marketplaces, professional communities, social media, or direct outreach. The beginning can feel slow because you are building credibility from zero. But every successful project can become another piece of proof that makes the next client easier to find. The second path is selling digital products. A digital product is something you create once and can potentially sell repeatedly without physically shipping it to every customer. Examples include templates, spreadsheets, design assets, ebooks, educational guides, presets, printables, and online resources. Imagine you are good at organizing finances. You could create a simple budgeting spreadsheet that helps people track income, expenses, savings, and financial goals. Instead of trading your time for every individual sale, you are creating an asset that can continue generating sales. However, creating the product is only half the job. You also need to understand your audience, communicate the benefit clearly, and give people a reason to choose your product. The third path is content creation. You can build an audience through YouTube, short-form videos, podcasts, blogs, newsletters, or social media. Content itself may not generate significant income immediately, but an audience can eventually support multiple revenue streams. Those streams can include advertising, sponsorships, affiliate commissions, memberships, digital products, consulting, or services. The key is not simply producing more content. The key is producing useful content for a specific group of people. A channel that tries to appeal to everyone often becomes forgettable. A channel that consistently solves problems for a clearly defined audience can become much more valuable. For example, instead of creating random technology videos, you could focus specifically on helping beginners use artificial intelligence for work and business. The narrower audience may look smaller at first, but it can be much easier to build trust with that audience. The fourth path is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing means recommending products or services and receiving a commission when someone purchases through your referral. The important word here is recommendation. If you promote random products simply because they pay commissions, people will eventually stop trusting you. Instead, focus on products you genuinely understand and explain who they are useful for, what their strengths are, and where they may not be the best choice. Trust is often more valuable than a quick commission. The fifth path is online teaching and consulting. If you have experience in a particular subject, you may be able to package that knowledge into lessons, workshops, coaching sessions, or consulting services. You do not necessarily need to be the world's greatest expert. You simply need to know something valuable that your target customer does not yet know. For example, someone who understands spreadsheet automation could teach small businesses how to reduce repetitive administrative work. The internet makes it possible to deliver that knowledge to customers far beyond your local area. Now there is another opportunity that is becoming increasingly important: using artificial intelligence as a productivity tool. AI can help you research ideas, draft content, analyze information, generate concepts, automate repetitive tasks, and speed up creative work. But AI itself is not the business model. The business model comes from using technology to deliver a useful result that someone actually wants. For example, instead of selling generic AI-generated articles, you could use AI to help produce better marketing research, customer support systems, educational materials, or business workflows. The more clearly your service solves a real problem, the easier it becomes to explain its value. Now let's talk about something that many beginners get wrong: passive income. Passive income is often presented online as money that requires absolutely no work. In reality, most successful income streams require significant effort before they become easier to maintain. A YouTube channel requires research and production. A digital product requires creation and marketing. Affiliate marketing requires content and audience building. Investing requires capital and patience. The lesson is simple: do not chase the fantasy of effortless money. Instead, build systems that can eventually make your effort more scalable. Another important principle is choosing one path instead of trying everything at once. If you spend 1 week freelancing, another week dropshipping, another week trading, and another week starting a podcast, you may stay busy without becoming good at anything. Pick one realistic model, give it enough time to work, and measure your progress. Your first goal should not be becoming rich. Your first goal should be getting your first paying customer. Then your next goal can be earning your first $100. After that, focus on improving your skills, increasing your rates, improving your product, or finding more customers. Small wins create evidence that your system can work. You should also be extremely careful about online scams. Be suspicious of anyone promising guaranteed income, instant wealth, secret investment systems, or enormous returns with zero risk. Legitimate opportunities usually involve learning, effort, uncertainty, and some form of value creation. Never send money simply because someone claims you need to pay a fee before receiving a guaranteed job or payout. And never assume that an impressive lifestyle on social media proves someone actually makes money from the method they are promoting. The internet gives you access to incredible opportunities, but it also gives dishonest people access to your attention and your wallet. So if you want to start today, keep your first step incredibly simple. Choose one skill or problem you can work on. Spend the next 30 days improving that skill every day. Create something that demonstrates what you can do. Put that work where potential customers can see it. Contact people who might genuinely benefit from your service or product. Listen to their questions, learn from rejection, improve your offer, and try again. Do not measure success only by how much money you make in the first few weeks. Measure how much better you become, how many people you reach, how many conversations you start, and how many useful things you create. Because making money online is rarely about discovering one secret website or one magical strategy. It is about combining a valuable skill with the ability to reach people and consistently deliver results. The internet simply gives you a much bigger marketplace in which to do that. And if you start small, stay patient, avoid scams, keep learning, and focus on solving real problems, you can gradually turn an online skill into a genuine source of income. The goal is not to get rich overnight. The goal is to build something valuable enough that people are happy to pay you for it. Thanks for watching and good luck. Subscribe to Cashbolt to learn more.